Rant warning, I'm going to have a bit of a moan about something that's happening in the IT market just now that's really beginning to wind me up. Hi and welcome to the Edge of Next vlog, where we try and give you tools and techniques to help you get into the future. Let's get into this one. Everywhere you look in the media just now, whether it's in the trade press, LinkedIn, particularly LinkedIn, or anywhere else, everyone seems to be saying that the pandemic is accelerating digital transformation. Well, it's not. The issue about that is that I think we get influenced very easily by organisations. And sometimes we need to just take a step back and think about what is actually happening. So what is actually happening? More of us are working from home, yes. More of us are using Zoom. How exciting is that? More of us are I've got my dog here. That's not transformation. I remember talking to my grandfather once. It was a long time ago, and I was saying to him, how impressed I was with CDs. CDs had just come out, and I remember I'd got a copy. Well, my friend Ian had got a copy of a Genesis album, Invisible Touch, and we were all absolutely besotted with this album because of the quality of it. And I said to him, "Oh, it's amazing, Papa, how amazing it is. It's just amazing." And I was so gushy. Young man I was. Anyway, he said, I'm not sure that is really a big change, Scott. He said, what was a really big change was in Glasgow, he said, when I was a boy. He said, one Saturday we were using horses and carts. The next Saturday we were using cars. Wow, that's transformation. So what is this all about? Well, I think that we have, I come from a place, I was born in a place called Lanark. And Lanark is where, in Scotland anyway, one of the first cooperatives was ever formed, very famous cooperative run by a chap called David Dale. And the whole idea behind, gathering people, taking them off the farms and putting them into factories and educating them and feeding them and treating them well, was because the people in that day believed that if we could get everybody together, we could generate scalable efficiency. Now, that makes a lot of sense. At least it did back then. But ever since, we've become obsessed with this efficiency idea. And I think companies need to wake up to that, because what happens is, I've said this before, but we go too far with this. So all that's happening just now is we're using technology a little bit more to keep building on what we had previously. I don't think that's digital transformation. We have to think differently about it. It's not about me standing here wearing my shorts and my dog at my feet presenting to you. That's not digital transformation. The company selling the products might think it's digital transformation, and it may well transform their lives, but it ain't digital transformation. That's something else entirely. However, there is something really quite exciting about the pandemic, and that relates to a word that I actually don't particularly like, and that word is disruption. Because the word disruption for me just seems, again, a bit like transformation. It's been overused. But I think only a fool would say that today isn't the greatest period of disruption, probably since 2008 and the stock market crash. And I think the thing that we need to think about, it's almost like a mindset shift we need to have in our organisations and in our personal lives and in how we make money. That disruption is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to do things differently, not to present with your shorts on.